So I thought I should share what I've learned from my experience from building my PC since it's still fresh in my mind. I found that there wasn't one particular source of information that was kind of above all. Maybe YouTube. There are a few different YouTube channels that I used that were really informative and show me the step-by-step process of doing a lot of this. TechSource has a really useful video that explains the step-by-step process, which covers a lot of different sorts of builds, how to install fans versus AIOs. So check that out. It's really helpful. It didn't always answer all of my questions, and I needed to know the exact specs and things to buy, all the components I needed to buy for my particular PC build, especially coming from what I already had and to know what I need to upgrade. ChatGPT was actually super useful here, although I found one of the main problems with ChatGPT is that it is kind of absolute in its answers sometimes. And I know you can change your prompt, but sometimes it doesn't know a range, especially when you're talking about future proofing. It gives you exact requirements for what you have, and you may want to have a range of what is safe for, say, your PSU or your wattage, or maybe how much power you want to run certain software. So it does give you a pretty good idea to start off of, and it's really helpful for debugging certain situations that you get stuck in. Double check and make sure you have all of the right components before you even start your build. For the most part, what you mainly need for equipment is like something like a cheap little screwdriver set for that has small bits to it. I only maybe used like 3 or 4 of these for the most part. And you might need a screwdriver, a regular screwdriver that's slightly bigger. I use this protective cable grounding wire. I don't know if you actually have to use it. It seems like it's sort of a preference thing. Some people say they've never used it and they've been building PCs for a long time. And some people say they use it all the time. So I think it's kind of just to your discretion. You're going to want to buy some thermal paste. That's another thing that seems to be a user discretion type of thing, because there's different qualities. Some people say that it doesn't really matter that much, and some people say that high performance ones can make a big difference. So that's another thing to look into. Cooling can be a very subjective topic, and it's something you can actually kind of play with. You want to maintain the pressure inside your PC, so monitoring or thinking about how many fans you have going in, bringing air into the PC, and how much air you have coming out is something that can be kind of complex, but also something you can play with. If there's one thing that I can't stress enough, is to make your PC build as a noob so much easier, and for you to feel more confident and safer, is to understand what these are. Know all of your connections. There's so many different types. You have different pin heads, right? This is a 24 pin. Knowing what your connections are and cables is so important. And like this, for example, this is a 24 pin head and it's got 2 different types of connections. Different connections like these, SATA cables that look like these. There's 8 pin connectors like this. And if you know what those are for, the voltage and how they plug into your PSU and into your motherboard, helps a world of difference. When you first look at something like this, you're just going to be really intimidated. But once you understand that there is a place for each thing here, like the chip goes in here and your RAM goes in these slots and you have PCIe slots under here, you'll start realizing, okay, there's a specific place for each thing, and it's not as crazy as it seems, and it becomes a lot less intimidating. You'll understand you have the USB-C slot. You have other slots on your PC. You have your 24 pin that I just showed you. That's right there. So once you understand all these what these pins are and where these things plug in, and even on your motherboard, it actually shows you some text of where things are. You'll see things like fans and pumps and SATA, and it will tell you where things plug into. One of the things I found that was really annoying is underneath the GPU, when it plugs into the slot, it's really hard to get at. And when I was trying to install it into my PC, I found I was really trying to force it and jam it in, and I almost damaged my GPU. But once I looked up things online, I realized that other people have a similar issue, and you really can't force it. If you're having trouble with something, don't force anything in your PC. Some cords are a little bit stubborn, so you can kind of like wiggle those out and use a little bit of force. But when it comes to anything that has a chip or components or very sensitive pieces, do not force them. There's probably a reason why it's not fitting. And since we're talking about making things fit, well, having a case that is the right size for your PSU and your motherboard is a hugely important thing to think about. Make sure that if you're getting larger components, you have enough space for it, and you're future-proofing so that when you want to upgrade later, you don't have to get an entirely new case to fit a new PSU or GPU or something like that. Some connectors are just really annoying and stubborn to get in, so just make sure everything is connected and pushed in properly, because if you don't have things connected fully, you might get errors later on and beep codes that tell you that you're not getting enough power to a particular element. A lot of components that you buy come with some sort of manual, and reading these manuals is going to be vital to making things so much easier for you, especially the motherboard manual, because it's going to tell you exactly where everything is, and it's your map essentially that tells you how to put together your PC and what plugs into what. So this is really important, and I can't suggest highly enough to just read that map. Don't skip past it. Make sure you have the time to build your PC. You don't want to feel rushed and break something, so make sure you have the time to build the entire thing. Give yourself a full weekend. Make sure you're not rushed, especially if you're working on this for work and you need it, so you don't feel like you have to just throw things together before you get back. So I hope that helped, and if you have tips, feel free to share them and let me know things that you might like to know. Maybe I can share some more experiences that I've had with this process. And I usually do things on things like digital modeling, 3D work, rigging, and 3D printing. So if there's anything like that you want to know, throw it down below.